So someone sent me an email asking me about these fret polishing systems from D Addario, and I was curious about them myself. So I ordered a couple packs off of Amazon. They were relatively inexpensive, about $5-6 a piece, and they have 5 sheets in them, so just over $1 a piece. It's pretty much, it says kit, but it's pretty much just 5 sheets of this 3000 grit feeling paper or cloth and a paper template. But that's not the important part. The important part is, does it work? So let's go ahead and see how this works. Something to note about this, it looks to me like Gorgamite sheets. I've seen half a dozen companies come out with products that look exactly like this over the years, and it's always some kind of sheet like this. I'm not sure if there's other products besides the Gorgamite. I don't know if it's just all repackaged or if it's something uniquely different. These frets aren't that bad. They don't need a lot of serious work. I like to polish my frets on my guitars semi-regularly, about once, maybe twice a year, just to keep them pristine. It'll help kind of prolong the life of the fret. What happens is when frets oxidize or corrode, you're weakening them, and I also make it not as fun to play. It gets gritty when you do bends. The other thing that happens is you get little spots worn into each fret, and those will collect up that corrosion as well, so polishing them will help that prolong the life. Now again, we're talking about polishing frets, not sanding them or filing them. Polish would be with micro mesh, these kind of sheets like the Gorgamite, or steel wool, things that won't take away material, just take away the dirt and grime. Now that we have the strings off, let me show you a couple things. Now on the package, you have these templates, and it asks you to use some scissors and cut this kind of thing out. I cut it out and popped out the jumbo tab so I can go ahead and use it as a template. What you would do is use this to protect the actual fretboard, the wood, and use this so that you can just kind of polish the fret. Now, before I show you the piece of cardboard, I want to point out that I like these. You can get these online anywhere, these Fretguards. I found them dirt cheap on Amazon, and you can also buy them from StewMac. I actually own a ton of these, and I bought them from so many different sources that I can't even tell which ones are which anymore. And that kind of really goes to the quality of these things. I don't think it really matters how expensive you pay for these, because I can't tell the difference between them anymore. If I got this from StewMac or if I bought this off of Amazon dirt cheap, I just don't know. All right, so let's go ahead and polish up a fret. So these come pre-cut, pretty straightforward. I didn't have to do anything. It wants you to use the rough side on the fret. And that was this side right here. That wasn't too hard to feel which one's which. So use the rough side right here. Pick a fret. Kind of like it better than steel wool. And I can tell a difference. So let me show you up close. This is the fret we just did, this one right here. It feels a lot different. This one is the one we did right here. Trying to see a difference in the fret we did, this one, is tough, but I can definitely feel a difference from the rougher frets. There, that was definitely, like I said, I don't even have to look. Just by touching, I can tell this is the one we polished. It's a massive difference. It doesn't look as glassy as when I use steel wool or maybe like micro mesh, but that amount of effort that we just used was pretty impressive for the result. So I'll do the rest of frets and see. Not that bad. It did a pretty good job. Polished up the frets. They're not like glass, but these frets were pretty gritty. There was more than just oxidation going on. These frets had some. They were just kind of real rough. But like I said, I can see why having a couple of these things in your tackle box for guitar would be great. It works pretty good. There's 5 sheets. It says they're reusable. Obviously, I think what they mean is that you can keep using them until they're all worn out, kind of like a piece of sandpaper. You know, the template worked. It was fine. Like I said, it did great, but you can see I'm already starting to destroy it. I don't know how long this would last. Obviously, it's a piece of paper. So those fret guards might be a good investment. But you could also use painter's tape. I think that would also get you the same result if you had to instead of these things. So now after trying them, I enjoyed them. I thought they worked pretty good. I can see why it would be real convenient to have a set of these in a tackle box or in a gig bag somewhere if you're doing a quick setup or a quick restring and you wanted to polish out a fret. I'm curious to see what other brands you've tried. Put those in the comments down below, or if there's any that you think I should purchase and maybe do a quick review of to see how they stand up against these and of course the traditional methods that a lot of us use. All right guys, as always, I want to thank you so much for your time, and until next time, know your gear.